I'm Lauren Whitehurst. I'm a certified personal trainer and certified nutrition coach.
Hi, I'm Sunny Lippincott. I'm a certified professional life coach and a certified brain health professional. And together we make Whole Life Vitality.
We teach whole life vitality of the mind, body, and soul, bringing the physical, emotional, and spiritual together for whole life wellness. Welcome back.
Welcome.
We have a comment. We love comments. We love hearing from you guys. Seriously. And today I was telling Sunny about this comment and we thought we need to talk about that.
We do.
So.
And yeah, truly, like we love it. Mm-hmm. Lauren and I are at a place in our life that we can step back from comments and see them for what they are.
Yeah.
There are some that I'm like, rude.
Meh.
You know, I don't name calling those are not my favorite.
Okay. But let's be fair, because every time somebody's pointing a finger, they're really just pointing three back at themselves. So I just feel like
you just took me back to the 90s,
right?
With my mom.
Right? But I'm like, when somebody's pointing out something they don't like in you, they're really just saying they're not very happy.
Yeah, they're not. But we do. We love comments, and you know, we can step outside of them and see what's going on. Profane ones I don't love.
Yeah.
I don't love.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. It's not my thing.
But we don't mind when you disagree with us. We
No.
love hearing your opposing views. We love hearing when you agree with us. Of course, we love hearing about what's going on inside your lives. Like, we just really enjoy connecting with our community. So if you have anything you'd like to share with us at all, and if you're like, please don't make this a podcast, we won't. It's okay.
We won't.
But this one, I actually really liked, like, a lot of profound moments in this. So
backstory: what was the video?
The video was, and actually we can link it in here, but the video was a clip from a previous podcast.
Okay.
And we were talking about taking care of ourselves, filling our tanks. Like, if we get to zero, and we've let ourselves get to that point, then how it feels. Like, what are we fueling? What's our source?
Like a mental reserve type
yes.
of thing. Okay.
And like missing a piece of our own personal puzzle. That's what we were talking about in the
caught
video.
up.
So then here's the comment. It's not a guy's job to make you happy. If you're not happy and you go into a relationship and expect the other person to fix you, we call them delulu. And I had stuff to say. I freaking love that word.
Delulu.
Delulu.
I have not heard that one before.
And I was like, so thank you so much for that comment.
Delusional is if you're following along and you're like, what the heck is a delulu?
Even if it's just for that word, it just made me so happy. So thank you so much for that moment.
That's fantastic.
But when we call them delulu, then you leave us heartbroken. Follow up. I understand I have my part to play as well, but if you're traumatized by the past somehow, don't throw me in your inner pain. I didn't cause it, so don't break my heart because of it.
Oh.
And what I read when I was reading this comment was, wow, somebody did a number on you. And somebody who clearly was looking to you to fix whatever was broken in their life. And you maybe didn't know, and you went in and got really emotionally invested just to have things not end in a positive way. And so for that, I really feel for you.
Yeah, I am very sorry for what happened
for sure
in that situation, because that's rough.
Yeah.
That's a rough one. And that's one that we can understand.
I think
a lot of people can understand.
Relatable.
That's the quintessential hurt people.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody was telling me, actually in the grief podcast that we did, Trisha, she talks about, you know, like when you're wounded and you can't handle your own wound, then you're just kind of like smearing your blood from your wound on everybody that you touch, because you're not handling your own pain, your own discomfort. So the same type of idea. But with that, Sunny and I were talking about healing.
Yeah.
And whose job is it to make who happy? And are we going into relationships to make us happy? Are we looking for outside sources to make us happy?
Yeah.
Because I feel like so often we are, we're in this, what dopamine nation, we're in this place where everyone's like quick fixes. My daughter calls it microwave mentality. It's all of these, I want to feel better now. I want to look better now. I want to be happier now. And it doesn't happen overnight. Mm-mm. It would be lovely if it did, but
would it?
Well,
would it?
It's just, okay, so it's joy in the journey. I realize that, joy in the journey.
Yeah.
But aren't we all a little, Baruch Assault from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? We're like, I want it now. We're all just a little bit that. I think the toddler that exists inside of us really wants their everything right now and doesn't want to wait. But if I told you right now what your life will look like 20 years from now, everything you'll go through between now and then, and it would blow your mind. It would scare the crap out of you. And then if I took that 20 years from now and moved it to right now, and you were immediately thrown in that, you would not be prepared for it. You would not be able to handle it. Mm-mm. It would just wreck you.
1,000%.
So there is so much to be experienced in the process of
growth,
getting where we need to be.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that joy. Let's talk about that healing that can happen.
Listen, please understand that if you are feeling unhappy in your life, a new relationship is not going to make you happy. Okay. If you are single and you are unhappy, having a spouse or a partner that's not going to fill that void, because why are you unhappy?
Yeah.
And if you are in a marriage where you're unhappy and you say, let's have a kid because that will make me happy.
Yeah.
I have seen, and this is a new phenomenon with social media. It's kind of making us all a little narcissistic. But I have seen people, and I don't just say this, I have heard them want to get engaged so they can take the pictures.
To post
they
them
have
online.
The plans to take the pictures. So you think the engagement will be exciting and fun. And then the marriage, I get to get the dress. I get to do this. I get to do that'll be exciting and fun. And then afterwards you hit that low and you're like, okay, well, we can have a baby and then that'll be exciting and fun. And you find, instead of getting down to the root of why you are unhappy, okay, the person is not going to make you happy. That's not how it works.
That's not their job.
No, it is not their job. Mm-mm. It is not their job to make you happy, and they are not going to, and it is going to cause severe stress in the relationship and severe disappointment and severe delusionment because you're going to be like, well, then I shouldn't, this is the wrong person.
Yeah.
Not understanding that the problem lies within you. But the thing is never going to cause the happiness. So if you are in a place where, like, okay, I'm starting my business. When I get this amount of clients, then I'll be happy.
Yep.
Nope. That's not what's going to make you happy.
Never enough.
If I am sitting in this amount of debt, if I get to this point, then I'll be happy.
Never enough.
It's not going to work. That's not what and you know, like that microwave mentality, people do a study on people who win the lottery and the percentage of them that actually enter bankruptcy after they win the lottery.
It's so common.
Because they had money troubles before. Then they're gifted all of this money. Well, the trouble wasn't that they were, they didn't have enough. It was what they were doing
poor
with the
management.
money. The poor money management, the poor mindset. They were actually poor in mindset, not in finance. And so with these relationships, you're poor in self-esteem, not in love.
Yep. Self-love, self-esteem, self-care.
Yes. All of these things. Understand that the boobs are not going to make you happy. Okay. The nose is not going to make you happy. The butt is not going to make you happy. The weight is not going to make you happy. The person, not going to make you happy. The degree, not going to make you happy. The money, not going to make you happy. You have to understand these things.
Yep.
That the happiness is an inside job.
Yes. Yes, it is. I had this thought years ago when it came to relationships specifically. You know, as you grow and mature, then you have these little light bulb moments, I think. And so I was maybe 19, 20 years old. And I saw people getting into relationships and kind of struggling in relationships. And I realized, if this is as good as it gets, am I happy here? Mm-hmm. If this is as good as it gets. And then you answer the question. If it's as good as it gets, am I happy here? Oh, you know what? I'm not. So I'm going to change something, because I'm just going to assume that alone in my life, or in a relationship that I'm in, or in my home life, or in my career, no matter what you're looking at, if this is as good as it gets, am I happy here? Is this what I want for the rest of my life? If you're not happy there, then something needs to change. Mm-hmm. And that something that needs to change can be you. It can be the way that you're caring for yourself. No, I'm not happy alone. Okay, well, if I'm not happy alone, then what can I change for me so that I get to a point where I'm happy alone? And then maybe this isn't as good as it gets. Maybe it gets better. And I exist in a place where it's better. And then I'm happy. Okay, well, if this is as good as it gets, am I happy here? I am. I'm happy being alone. Great. Now it's time for me to open myself up to a relationship.
That baggage, it's so unfair to take what is broken and to make it someone else's responsibility.
Yeah.
And then, to constantly be searching, because then you're bringing it to them, you've dumped it off at them, and it didn't work. And so the problem is them.
Yeah.
And then you move somewhere else. And that's what happened to this person.
That's what it sounds like.
He was given a burden that he did not ask for.
Yeah.
And then, shockingly, still wasn't happy. Yeah. This person wasn't happy. And so she left a burden and went on somewhere else. And then, he's left wondering, what's going on?
And I think that this maybe is a prime example of, did it happen to you or did it happen for you?
Right.
Because when you get to that point, you're like, okay, well, clearly that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But I can't go back and change it. Yeah. So then what can I learn from it?
Absolutely.
Where do I want to go from here? Did it happen to me or did it happen for me? Okay, well, we're going to say it happened for me. So I learned this. I learned that this is not what I wanted. I learned that maybe there's more that I can do to work on myself, because am I the type of person I would want to be with?
Yeah.
And if maybe I'm not the type of person I would want to be with, then maybe I can work on me until I'm happy with who I am, which then leaves me open to receive and be
with
in that
someone else that is happy
exactly
with where they are.
When your energies match each other, like attracts like. So maybe you're dealing with some stuff that is leaving you feeling a little bit broken, and you find yourself constantly attracting people who are broken.
Yes, that like attracts like. That will happen to you. So stop thinking that an outside source of some kind is going to fix it, and start looking internal. Understand that it starts with me, and really sit with that.
Yeah.
Think, where did this come from? Where did it start? Where did the lack enter in? And then work from that. Work out. Like Lauren said, right now, if I was alone, if I didn't have this job, would I be happy? If I didn't have this person, would I be happy? If I lost all of my money, would I be happy? Yeah. And then it really starts to highlight what you're putting your happiness in. Mm-hmm. Where
is it your
are
stuff?
You putting your happiness?
Is it your people? Is it your car?
Is it your looks?
Is it your shoes?
Is it your intellect?
Yeah.
'Cause you can even do that. You can put it into your intellect and think, I have to be right here. all the
So
time.
if I'm not the best, if I'm not the smartest person in the room, does that mean I'm not happy?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm not valuable anymore?
Yeah.
You know, self-worth comes from the inside.
Yeah.
Happiness comes from the inside. This mindset, this space that, you know, that song, the joy down in my heart, you know,
Got the joy,
that's the
joy
one.
down
Thank
in
you,
my
Sonny. That is the one. And it exists deep down inside of you. And that's something that can't be snuffed out by someone saying, you know, by giving you their resting mad face,
Yeah.
or by saying you stole my parking spot, or by saying that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. You're like, okay, well, you know what, that hurts a little bit, but it doesn't cut me to the core, because I know that deep down I still have value. I still love myself. I still have that joy down in there, and that joy can still come out and exist in my reality.
Yeah. So, sir, you do have value. And like Lauren said, I would take this, and you've even, in your comment, you have understood that there was a part. You actually accepted the blame. There was blame there that you said, I accept my part that I played in that. So that's good, because there's always two sides. There's always. Mm-hmm. So you did do that. But take it a step further and then use this, like she said, as a learning experience, and say, okay, what part of me accepted something broken from the beginning?
Yeah. Recognized some sort of comfort there.
Yes.
Or recognized a need to fix there.
Yes.
Maybe you're trying to fix something else. A repetition compulsion is when we just keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over again. And a lot of people do it in relationships because they had a broken relationship at one point that they couldn't fix, that hurt them. So then we keep collecting broken people just to try and have a different outcome.
Right.
So look at your own patterns. Look at what you're doing and seeing where that fits with your life right now. And then maybe just give yourself a little bit of grace to take some time to figure out what you want.
Yes, to reflect on that and say, okay, where in my life what is happening? What are my strengths? And then what are areas that I still need, to work in on myself. And when you can highlight that, you can say, okay, I see that. I see you. So I'm going to work on that. And when you do, you're going to attract someone who is also at that level. Yep. And wow, that's a beautiful relationship.
Oh, it's a beautiful relationship.
Because you are never trying to find someone to complete you, or a thing. You are never going to find a thing, a person, an amount, a title to complete you. You are already complete.
Yep.
Okay? You are complete. You are finding things that enhance your strengths, your gifts, and your talents, but they do not complete you. That job will never complete you. That money, that house, that car, that six-pack,
it's all temporary anyway.
None of that will ever complete you. That person, having the baby, none of that's ever going to complete you. Already complete. In Christ, you're complete. Okay?
Ta-da!
But they will enhance your beauty, your strengths, your gifts, your talents. And that's a beautiful thing. When you can enter into a relationship or a partnership that Lauren and I have weaknesses within my business.
Same girl, same. Same.
That Lauren is, and God did that. Lauren just enhances me in those areas, and vice versa. When you have those in your friendships, you have that in work, you can find people that you work with that where you lack, they shine. And where you shine, they lack. You're enhancing one another. Okay. So really go internal. Use this as a learning experience, like she said, to find out where inside of you there's still something that's lacking, something that just needs to be polished, to be strengthened, to be seen.
Yep.
And then work there. And you're going to find someone that enhances you. When you get to that point, you will find someone that enhances you, that's not trying to use you to fill a void within their life.
And truly, there's nothing more attractive
Oh man.
than someone who likes themselves than someone who can show up and not need someone else to fulfill them.
Right.
Oh my goodness, that is just the most attractive thing.
It's friendships.
Yes.
Oh, friendships thrive when you find that person that just enhances you. That's not needing you and you're not needing them, but they're enhancing each other. It's beautiful.
Yep. Thank you so much for commenting.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that vulnerable space with us.
Absolutely.
Just really appreciate, and so relatable.
Yes.
Because I think that we have all been there at one point or another. If you or anyone else has something else you'd like to share with us, or comment, or you want to reach out or direct message us, it doesn't have to be in this public way. We don't have to share it publicly, but we do like to, if you would like us to, we like to share comments here on our podcast.
If you have a question, post a question.
Yep.
We would love to address it and give you, our perspective, an outside perspective of it based on what we've learned, what we've experienced. We want to help. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
This is not just, hey, listen to us talk. We're great. No, this is we want to give you a space on how, like not just highlighting the problem, on how to get past the experience, the problem, the feeling, the emotion. So ask a question. We'd love to help.
Reach out, like, subscribe, follow, make sure that you check us out on all of our social media platforms, because we're on them
all of them,
and you will not miss a thing. And we will hopefully see you here next time.
Bye guys.
Bye friends.